What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? This is your boy Chucitron doing my first live viewing right now. I'm doing an unboxing, I'm doing reviews. Come on in, guys. Come check it out. I'm just hanging out here on a Friday night. A little bit tense. It's my first time doing this. I kind of got some rig going on here with my phone and all that. So I'm trying this out for the first time. This is a test. So if you guys want to come in, come on in. I'm going to be doing some unboxing. So I don't have much time, but I'll be here as long as I can. So what I am going to be doing first, let's see. So I went to the Lehigh Valley toy show, and I ended up picking up a few things there. I just wanted to share with you guys. And it's not much, really. It was a really good show, and I haven't been to a toy show since the beginning of the pandemic. So if you guys are familiar with the whole thing, everything got canceled. And unfortunately for me today, I actually ended up, this week I ended up going to the Lehigh Valley Toy Show. What's up? Thank you for coming to the room. And I ended up picking up a few things. So again, this is a test, guys. My first live doing this. So I'm going to be taking you guys for a look at some of the goodies that I got at the Lehigh Valley Toy Show over here in the Lehigh Valley. So first one I'm going to be doing is, let's see. I'm actually going to be taking a look at some accessories that I got. So I ended up getting some He-Man accessories. So I ended up finding this little harness right here. And it's really cool. You know, you can always use a He-Man harness. There's a look at it there. So this is from the 1981 He-Man. So how cool is that? Notice it there. And I do have a He-Man here. Now, I always buy these just to get the, you never know when you're going to get a He-Man without a harness. So it's always good to have a harness. So this is one of the first things I grabbed up, which is sweet. Another thing I ended up getting was Ram Man's battle axe, which is kind of cool. We notice it there, this little generic kind of battle axe, but it's really tough to find a Ram Man with the damn axe. So I'm glad I got this. I ended up picking this up for a few bucks, as well as the He-Man harness. So you guys out there, this was a great show to get a bunch of accessories, and I ended up finding a bunch of accessories in that show. So there's a look at that, which is really cool. I do have my He-Mans here, and I do have some without the harness. That's why I ended up getting it. So that's pretty cool. The next thing I have up here, guys, is a G2 Optimus Prime gun. So I ended up picking up this guy right here. So we notice it there. This is a part of the G2 Transformers. And I ended up getting this guy right here. This is the trailer piece in the front for the G2 Optimus Prime. Now, if you notice there, guys, that nice little silver Autobot logo, which is really rad. And it actually works. So I ended up picking this up for maybe $2 it was. So I'm glad I got that. So if we press one of the buttons, it'll tell you it's Optimus Prime, obviously. On the other button, it has the laser sound. And on the last one here, we have the rolling noise. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad about that. And what else did I get? So I ended up having my G2 Optimus Prime. Now, if you notice it there, it's a little bit backwards on the screen because I do have it flipped around. But I still have my original G2 Optimus Prime trailer. So I ended up getting this guy, which actually works. That's pretty cool. So I still have all my pieces here. Now, all I'm doing is missing a few pieces from the trailer. So here's a look at it. And this is mine from when I was younger. And I think this is a cooler, forgive me if I'm wrong, but in my opinion, I do love the color scheme of this one a little bit more than the G1 version. Even though the G1 version is gray and stuff, we notice it there. How cool is this? I mean, to me, it looks better in black. Everything's a little bit better in black. So it has the same thing like the original G1. Has the same stickers. It has the same little doodads and gadgets there. And this is mine from when I was a kid, and I loved it. Loved it. So I always wanted to complete it. I was never able to complete it, but I always liked this piece. I don't know what happened to it. So I do have this. I have a few other pieces. I actually have the guns that go with it. I have the roller. I still got the roller. And let's see if it actually works. Yep, works. That's pretty nice. So I do have the missiles. I just dropped it. All right. There's a look at that. I do have the missiles right there. I still got the missiles intact. And I'm so glad because I was able to get that piece, and I've been wanting that piece, and I never just found it. I knew one day I was going to come across it, and boom, I did come across it. So I got the piece that goes there, so I'll flip this open. Actually, I'll flip it closed. I'll close it up here. Boom. Flip the cab up, and we can just take this piece right there, and bam. Now we have pretty much the outside complete. You can also take the guns that Optimus comes with, and you can actually put them right on the sides of this little peg hole. So boom, you could take one like that, and then I'll take the other one. Boom. So right now I still have these. These are the original guns that came with this figure, and I've had it since I was a kid. So I believe it still works. The springs and everything is pretty much intact. Yeah, I just don't have the missiles. I don't know what happened to the missiles. I do have the Optimus Prime though. And yeah, this is the one I did a review on way back then. So he's still in pretty good shape. And I remember working on this figure. If you notice the smokestacks there, mine's broke off the tips. So I ended up using a G1 Magnus maybe 20 years ago. And I ended up taking the smokestacks from him and putting it on my G2. So this is the shape that it's in. I've had this for over about 30 years almost since the G2 figures came out. And this was my first Optimus Prime figure. Now, yeah, I never had the G1 version of it. I do have it now, but when I was younger, you couldn't come across any G1 toys. So when they came out with the G2 figures, I was stoked because I always wanted Optimus Prime, and I kind of got the chance to actually get him. This is basically a recolor of the G1 Optimus Prime. For those who don't know, this is the G2 version. He's a little bit lighter in color, so if we'll flip it down here, we notice that his legs are actually a lot lighter blue. So that's really nice. I still have him. Let's see how it looks. I still have one hand. I was hoping to find another hand, but I didn't. And that's his original hand. So I'm glad I still have that. But anyways, one thing I wanted to check out was seeing if this actually goes on his back, because I think it does. I don't know how, but I remember seeing somebody have this with it on its back, and I don't know if that actually works, but I always wondered if it could snap on his back. So it doesn't look like it does. I mean, maybe it does. Yeah, maybe you can have it like that on his back, but yeah, it's kind of goofy. But I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, I'm glad I got that. That's one of the pickups. And for those who were there, the Lehigh Valley Toy Show happens every year, about twice a year. And I'm kind of stoked that I went, and I was so happy because I got to see, you know, a few vendors that I always typically see, and they usually hook me up. And yeah, I was able to get a few pieces. And the cool thing about that is that you can actually find some vendors out there that actually have a really good selection of accessories. So that's pretty nice. So I'm just going to put my G2 Optimus Prime together. And yeah, that's pretty rad. Take a look at that. Bam! G2 Optimus Prime, almost complete. My original trailer. Now, if you look at it here, you notice that it looks way more fuller than just having it without it. So that looks really rad. I always like this trailer, the way it looks on Optimus Prime, way more than the G1 version. So I got that. I also have a G1 Prime also. And so I got my accessories. I ended up getting these accessories, which is really good. Got them for a few bucks each. My next thing I ended up picking up the same day was from a local vendor here, and he ended up having this guy. So this is from the Marvel Legends. It's not the Build-A-Figure, it's the one that came with Colossus, and he actually came in this clamshell like that. So that's pretty rad, man. I just saw him there. I said, oh, he was a few bucks. He wasn't expensive at all. And I know that these guys go for a lot of money. And look how cool he is. He is just big and awesome. Check that out. He's just mean. Look at his face there. I'm so glad I got it because I kind of wanted this set, but this set goes for like $100. I did not spend anything near $100 for this figure. And Juggernaut, look at that. He is awesome. I'm totally new to Marvel Legends figures, so I'm getting into the collection. I just started getting a few figures. I only got this one and the 3 retro style figures that came out, which is the Rogue, the Gambit, and the Storm figure. So I'm glad I got those. So I'm starting to build up something here. So here's a look at Juggernaut. Notice how awesome he looks there. And he does have all this posability. His arms have this joint out like that, like this. He's got the biceps swivel. I'm not going to do a whole review, guys. Just want to just overlook of what I got there. I might do just a full review on him. And he just looks totally cool. He also comes with a few accessories there. So we notice there he does have this piece of broken helmet. He does have another head. This head right here. And that's his regular head. We notice that he does have a lump right there on his in the side of his eyeball. He's got a busted lip. He's just all banged up. And what you can do is you can just put the head on. You just pop this off. Right there we have that ball socket. We just pop that bad boy on. Boom. You can just give him without the helmet. And then what you can do is with the helmet, you can just have it like that. Kind of like he got whacked up. That's really cool, and I really dig this figure. Probably the best Juggernaut figure I've ever seen. And I've always been iffy about Marvel Legends because, first of all, there's just way too much of them. And, you know, I've been watching a lot of videos. I watch Optimus Prime a lot. And I always watch his, you know, some Marvel Legend figures. I'm not totally on it all the time, but, hey, it is what it is. I'm glad I got this figure. So I got this for a few bucks. And he also does come with 2 hands there, so these are kind of like more open, so you can kind of have them like grappling something or something. Next up, what do we got? All right, I also ended up picking up this bad boy. Now this is the Hasbro reissue way back in 2002. Man, it was a dark time for Transformers collectors, guys. If you were not around at that time, man, it was tough. You guys got everything now. You guys got Masterpiece. You have all types of lines now. Back in 2002, you were only getting G1 figures, original G1 figures. There were hardly any reissues. There was no reissues before this wave. And I remember it was just scarce, man. You had to go into an import shop. You had to get a Japanese reissue because in America they didn't. I don't remember them having that. And I was always up on Transformers. I was one of the only guy I knew that was actually up on Transformers. And the internet, there was eBay and stuff, but it wasn't a prominent thing. It was a new thing. So, yeah, I ended up picking up this guy. This is the G1 Jazz reissue. Now, I always wanted this one. The only thing that kind of knocks me off, you'll see why. And, yeah, it does come with that really nice packaging. And it does come with this, the art from the comic book, which was out at that time, which they were kind of revamping the G1 characters in the comic book. There was no G1 cartoon. I think Armada was out at the time, but they ended up coming out with this classic reissue. They were trying to boost up Armada at the time. And I remember going to Toys R Us in Times Square, New York City, and they had a whole display of Transformers, and they had these guys there. And I ended up having Hot Rod, Prowl, and I think that's it. I did reviews on them 13 years back. So if you guys haven't seen those reviews, they're crappy as all hell. Quality's not all there, but I did do a review on that. And also, let's take a look at it. So what you can do is on the front there, notice that nice stuff. We open it up there, and I got this for like 10 bucks, 12 bucks. So as soon as I asked the guy, I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to get that. So I ended up scooping it up for like 12 bucks. So we noticed there, we open up that, bam. We do have the reissue of Hot Rod, Ultra Magnus. We also got Prime. Really nice. Now, if you had the Optimus Prime that came out in that reissue, you notice that he did have shorter smokestacks. Now, I don't know why at the time, they were against Optimus Prime having large smokestacks. So if you look at the 20th anniversary of Optimus Prime, the Masterpiece, the Hasbro version of Takara's Masterpiece, he has shorter smokestacks. I don't know why. At the time, now they come out with the reissue. He's got large smokestacks. What's the deal with that? So stupid. But anyways, I didn't get that figure because he didn't have tall smokestacks. And another thing that these figures have are larger accessories. So I'm assuming they're trying to just come with a smoke. You know, they had laws, I guess, banning small things for choking hazards, but I don't know. So there's a look at the top three there. We also have on the bottom here, we have Power Master Optimus Prime, and we also have Starscream that got reissued. Now I do have Starscream, and I did a review on him way back when. So I ended up getting him, Hot Rod, which is called Rodimus Major. I don't know why, but they must have lost the license to the name. And yeah, and we look on the side here, we do have that nice G1 Jazz right in there, nicely displayed. Now this was a cool time for a collector, and I had to pick it up for 12 bucks. It was really nice. There's a top look at the top there. On the back there, we do have the artwork for the comic books, and it does have a little bio on Jazz there. So that's really nice. I definitely had to pick it up. I'm gonna open it up now. So take a look there, and it does come with this clamshell that's kind of weird, so you got to be a little bit careful. We lift it up, bam. We notice got a nice G1 Jazz in there. So there's a look at that, and man, he's crispy. Look at that. Now, if you notice there on the top there, it says Agent Meister, and dude, this thing is brand new. This thing is crispy. All the stickers are just like flushed, brand new. This guy sold this thing to me for 12 bucks, I think it was. And I definitely picked it up because Jazz is my favorite Autobot. And yeah, it looks nice, guys. Look at that. Now, I did do a review on G1 Jazz, so if you guys want to check it out, you can. You can actually transform. Let me just take a look at how he looks real quick. If you guys haven't checked the review on G1 Jazz on my page, you guys definitely can. And boom. There is a look at that. How sweet is that? There's G1 Jazz, baby. Now, if you notice there, the lettering right there says Agent Meister, and in Japan, from what I know, he was called Agent Meister. He wasn't called Jazz. So I don't know why everybody got a different name. Optimus Prime is called Convoy. I think Megatron's called Destron. But yeah, there's a look at it. And dude, 12 bucks, I say that is a win. Now his accessories are a little bit weird. We notice him there. He does have a rocket launcher, which this piece looks the same as the original, but you notice that this part right here has this really long thing. Now, I don't know why, but it's probably because of the choking hazard at the time. So, yeah, he also comes with this gun, which is just a molded black plastic. It's not like the original one that was actually chrome, which is kind of like a bummer. And these reissues, they kind of got, you know, they were really cheap on the reissues at the time. But I was glad because guess what? We got to see a G1 Jazz. And the only way you could have gotten a G1 Jazz, I don't even think there was a Takara reissue at the time. I know that Takara came out with some reissues of G1 figures later on, but for a while they didn't have none of that. So if we notice there, let's see if it actually works. Now this rocket launcher doesn't even work, dude. And look how long these rockets are. So these are the accessories that came with the reissue. Now these are just like a molded black plastic. The original one is just the chrome. So there's all the accessories there. It does come with 3 of those missiles. So there's a look at that. Next up, I'm going to take a look now at the Marvel Legends. Bam! So I got this 3-pack, so I'm adding to my Marvel Legends collection. So there's a look at Wolverine. We have Jean Grey and Cyclops. Now this is for the old school guys. Back in '92 when X-Men came up on the scene, it was on, dude. X-Men ruled the freaking world. The number one selling comic book, I think, from all time was that Jim Lee X-Men. And it had the fold-out characters. That was the best selling of all time, dude. There was no time for comic books like at that time. Everything was just selling mad. So here's a look at that there. This is really nice. 3-pack here. This is called the Love Triangle 3-pack. And yeah, all these characters are based off of the Jim Lee style artwork, which ended up coming out on the cartoons, X-Men, the animated series, which was off the hook. Love that cartoon. I'm rewatching it with my kids right now. And yeah, that series is the best. One of the best comic book cartoons that came out. Every Saturday morning, kids were up watching this cartoon when it came out, and it was great because that was the talk of the rest of the week in school. Everybody would say, "Yo, did you see that new X-Men? Yo, it was crazy." So that was really cool, and I definitely had to get this. This is so awesome, man. We notice it there. We have Wolverine. He does have 3 heads, so he has the masked head. He has this kind of like battle damage screaming head. He's got his unmasked head, and he also has this piece, which I believe you can just put on his neck there, and it kind of just gives him like his unmasked look. And we do have Jean Grey there, looking really beautiful. And she does have another head right there that she comes with. And when we look at Cyclops, really nice. He does come with 2 heads as well. Now, I don't know why he comes with 2 heads that kind of look the same. This one looks more like a visor style sunglasses. And obviously he comes with the one where he has his actually his visor right there. And he does come with another one which is regular looking sunglasses. Now it looks alright from the outside there. So, I mean, it looks great. This has this very retro style look. We look at the side there. Boom, we have some artwork, Jim Lee artwork. We got some Wolverine artwork. And on the bottom we do have Cyclops. Now I did have this car. Back in the day they had, I forgot who made it, but I think it was Topps or Fleer. They had an actual Marvel cards, trading cards that came out, and these were on there. And I did have this one. I think I had Wolverine. Not sure about Jean Grey, but that was big back in the day. Phew. Man, yo, it was on, dude. X-Men was hot in the early 90s, bro. Took over. So on the back there, we notice we do have, again, these artwork of the cards that came out. And we do have Wolverine right there looking really awesome, the artwork. And it does have the back of the cards. Now, this is how the cards look like. They came like this, and you flip them over. And on the back there, that's how it looked. They had like a quick buy on it. And kids were going crazy trading these at lunchtime. A lot of the kids I know, they were everything. There was X-Men fever. Now, the only thing, I remember the Ninja Turtles was hot. Nothing could beat the Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles was the dominant thing. First it was Ninja Turtles in the 90s. It was Ninja Turtles. Then Batman and X-Men. I think they came out at the same time. And dude, it was Saturday mornings. It was like in the 80s. You know, I don't remember anything really from the 80s because I was real young. But I do remember, coming, from school, whatever, and I was in my house, whatever, and I remember seeing Thundercats on TV. I remember seeing Ghostbusters. Yeah, now I'm remembering. It's coming back. Ghostbusters. They would give Thundercats, and yeah, those were hot. G1 Transformers wasn't really on that much during that time. I'm saying like the late 80s, and Ghostbusters was my thing. I remember seeing that. And then I was a big Ghostbusters guy. Then Ninja Turtles came out. Ninja Turtles was explosively hot. I never seen a cartoon or anything bigger than the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when it came out in the late 80s, early 90s. That was hot. Then, boom, I remember the Saturday that X-Men came out. And, man, I'm going on this tangent right now. But it was on during that time. So I'm going to unbox this for you guys live. And what I'm going to do is I'll cut it open right here with the box cutter. Don't be an idiot. Don't cut yourself. So I'll slice one side here. Now I'm probably going to be doing a full review on all these things here, but I'm not sure. What I'll do is I'll just take that out like there. I don't know if I could slide this out. So, okay, cool. Boom. So there's a look at the inside of the box. That's really rad, and I like it. You notice we do have some other characters on the back as well. I see Deadpool, Cable, a few other dudes, so that's really cool. And here's a look now at the figures. with the inside clamshell. And they're looking good, man. They're looking awesome. So I'm not going to really pop them each out. I'm just going to take a look at it. And it does, we do notice that he does come, Wolverine comes with 2 hands, which is really nice. So he does have these bony type things that he comes with already. And he does have the claws there. So there's a look at that. Yeah, I dig it, dude. I'm so happy that I got this. I was able to get it at a good price, so that's really nice. Finally, what I'm going to be showing you guys is this guy. Now, this is from the Netflix War for Cybertron show. This is the Optimus Prime I've been waiting for. This is the one that I really, really wanted. Why? Because this has the G1 colors. So I'm so happy that I did get this. So there's a look on the side there. We have some artwork. Now, I got this from, I don't know, from somebody. But he ended up giving it to me in a freaking sleeve that ended up smashing the side of my packaging. So look at that. Unfreaking believable, man. So yeah, there's a look at that. It's all banged up, all messed up. Unreal. Look at the side there, just got smashed up. So I definitely wanted this figure and I could not find it anywhere. No Walmarts around. And this is a Walmart exclusive. And dude, all my freaking Walmarts were just completely swamped. Somebody came, everybody came and scalped. So I was able to get this from somebody, you know, through another app. And yeah, I ended up getting it. So I couldn't find it here. So I am happy that the figure inside, it looks perfectly intact. I don't see any paint issues. I don't see any dissimilarities. Everything on the inside looks good, which I'm happy about. The box, not so good. So there's a look at the top, bottom, sides there. We have a little cool picture of Prime. And on the back there, we got the figure. We do have the 2 characters he comes with, which this guy looks Interax and Shieldron. So I'm assuming this guy turns into like a shield, and this guy turns into like a battle axe. And we do have Prime in his alt mode, which I love this. This is one of the best Primes that ever came out. And yeah, I'm happy about it. Unfortunately, my box got banged up. They just totally shipped it. It was like Jim Carrey and freaking Ace Ventura. But I'm happy about it. I'm not going to keep this box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice this bad boy open. You guys are watching. Thank you. I want to say thank you. Take a look at that. Let me just slice the other side. Bam. Looking good. There it is there. Slide that up. And boom. Here's a look at him in the inside clamshell. So yeah, he looks awesome. Now I did want this one because as good as the first release was, I think this color scheme is way better. Being the fact that it matches the original G1 toy, which I'm a huge fan of. And if you notice it there, he doesn't have that translucent blue plastic. They got rid of it on the front there. I'm going to pull out the first release here. So this is the first release. Boom. And this is the second release of this figure. So we notice it there. The tones are much darker on the new release. He's got dark blue instead of the light blue. Now, some people might prefer this one because it looks more like the cartoon. But I kind of prefer this one because it looks more like the original G1 toy. So I do like it. I do like it a lot. And so far, yeah, it's looking good. So that was a live unboxing of this bad boy. I'm not caring too much about the 2 guys that he comes with. So yeah, they just kind of look like really weird characters. These look like repaints of the Battle Masters that came out. Now they're pretty sure they just wanted to hike the price up, so they just added these 2 guys that nobody really bought on the shelves. Those things are still warming up shelves right now. So whatever. It does come with these 2 guys, which no one really cares about. I'm not even going to pull them out. I am going to pull out this Prime. And boom. His head just popped out. Which kind of sucks. Don't know where it went. Let's see if I can find it. Alright. I hope that's not an issue with this. Oh, feels good. He looks cool. So yeah, I'm not going to do a whole review on it. I just want to just take a quick look at it. And man, his hands are really tight. So let's take a look at him there. So yeah, I love the head mode. Look at his head mode. Isn't that rad? He comes with these lighter painted eyes, which totally makes sense. Like the original one here, I didn't really like that too much. Now this is the actual the siege head from Optimus Prime. You notice it there, it's a different kind of shading blue. And this one right here is, I totally like this one way more. Just because it looks like the G1 figure. Love it. Really, really nice. So, boom. There's a look now at him and him. Awesome. So we notice it there. The different colors right here. We does have the more G1 cartoon. Bam. This one has more of the G1 toy. So I like it. So the other differences are that I'm seeing here. His hands look like they're actually painted. So if you notice the hands there, these are actually painted. These are actually painted too, but this one has more of a, you know, reflective type paint. This one has just like more of a dull, shiny, but it looks like if somebody just came by and just came with a brush and kind of looks sloppy. Not really a fan of it. But other than that, we notice here that the crotch, the center right there, is actually painted. Now in this one, I had to paint that myself. But we notice it there. I do like the paint job I did on mine. Yeah, but I'm glad that they painted that center section. Why they didn't do it initially, I have no idea. So yeah, that is looking really cool. And look at the eyes, man. Look how cool that looks. Isn't that rad? That is awesome. I just love that the head on this one way more than I like this one. It definitely brings out, you know, all the, you know, the outside of the mask. You see it a little bit better. This, it kind of just gets lost. But in the new head, you can kind of see all the little details and all that. This being, you know, a little bit, it just throws a little bit off. So when the light hits it, it kind of like, it loses the detail. But in this one, look at that. That is really cool. I like it. I mean, the arms look the same. Let's see the color difference. Yeah, that looks the same. We noticed that the part on the chest is not painted on this. Now, I might end up painting that because I do like the way that looks. That looks kind of cool. And what else is going on? Oh, look at this. This is actually painted on the side here. So we notice it there. It gives them way more of a flush look. On the original release, we do have this gray spot there. Now, I'm not sure if that's just left over from the siege line. But if we notice it there, it looks stupid. Once you hold it up like that, you can see this whole part right here just totally exposed. So kind of glad that they made that nice and flush. So boom. We got that new look. Really good. On the back here, I'm not seeing any differences, minus the darker blue on the feet. The tires look the same. What else looks the same? Yeah, on the arms here, we notice the arms. The center sections right here, dark navy blue. Right here as well. Boom. So when we look at the G2 figure, which I do have, and I ended up, this is my original G2 figure. We noticed that the colors on the feet are lighter. So when we look at the Earthrise version of the Optimus Prime, we notice that it kind of matches more of that. So if you look at the color scheme there, very light. Now the original G1 figure, if you guys haven't seen the review on that, Prime had that dark navy blue color. So I'm really glad about this, man. I'm really happy about it. I think it looks way better. This was the Prime I wanted, and I'm glad they actually came out with it. Now, the only thing I'm not feeling about this is the part right here in the inside of his elbow. So, yeah, it looks a little bit weird on the inside there. I wish that kind of was red, but I'm not sure. There's a look at that and a look at that there. Other than that, I think it's awesome. So, yeah, let's take a look at his little, comes with the same accessories it looks like. He does have the blaster, which kind of looks almost exactly the same. So here's a look at the Earthrise version and the new Netflix version. So we look at the front there. And if I do notice it, is that painted? Oh wow, the inside of that is painted. I never noticed that. Take a look at that. Boom. This one's actually non-painted. And this one's just plain Jane, and I like it like that. So if you look at the Earthrise version, we notice that the handle right here is just gray, and that part right there is gray. And I'm glad that they actually just gave it to us in black, because that looks kind of silly just being like that. So boom, same exact gun. See if it folds pretty good. Yep, folds really good. Pop that on the back. Bam. You have it like that if you want to. So overall, I'm happy with it. Let's take a look now at the two non-essential transformers that they put in there. All right, so here is, what's the name of this guy? This guy's name is Chucitron. He's one of the, I guess, the battle masters that come with him. We'll just take a quick look at him, and I'm pretty sure he's just a retool of one of the figures that came out in the Earthrise line that transforms into a bridge. So there's a look at him there. We notice we do have some nice silver paint. What else we got? I don't know how to transform. I don't look at the instructions for these little guys. Assuming just, you know, put them like that. Bam. Turns into a bridge. This is stupid. This is a silly transformer. What the hell is that? What the heck? He's just gonna lay down on the job. That's terrible. That is a silly transformer, and this is the reason why these things are still warming up shelves over here. Unbelievable. So this was the point in giving you this figure, to retool and not waste any money on new molds. They just kind of slapped this guy together, and this is what they gave you. Thanks a lot, Hasbro. You guys are awesome. Next up, we'll take a look at the other figure that comes. JJ, my man JJ's in the house. What's up, JJ? JJ, are you looking at this? Did you guys end up getting this by you or what? This is the Netflix Optimus Prime. Let me know. So yeah, I'm going over the accessories right now on on this new Prime that I got. If you haven't seen it, if you rewind it, you'll notice that I got mine today. My box is completely jacked up. Unbelievable. So I ended up ordering this from some guy. He ended up mailing it to me in a freaking sleeve. And look at this. It's horrendous, man. They end up messing up my box, but I don't care too much about the box, so I'm okay with that. It kind of sucks though. You get it. I paid almost the same retail price, if not a little bit more, and the freaking guy sent it in a sleeve, which sucks. Yeah, there's a look at it. I mean, the toy came out intact, so that's really good. I'm happy about that. Now, the weird thing is, you're gonna notice that when you buy one of these figures, make sure that you check the figure out, because I've only seen this figure a few times, and the few times that I did see it, his paint apps were all messed up. So a good thing you want to do is, when you look at one of these figures, the tricky thing about ordering this online is that you might get one that his paint apps are completely destroyed, because I've seen this figure in Walmart, and the only ones that were left was the ones that had all the messed up paint apps. It was like completely annihilated. But this one looks to be perfectly intact, if not better than the Earthrise version. Because if I look at the back of the paint right here, look at how nice that looks. Let me take a look at look at my Earthrise one. It looks way cleaner in the new Netflix version than this version now. Yeah, he looks cool. I like him. I like him. He's awesome. JJ, what you up to, bro? Talk to me, man. I'm looking at these figures that I got here with I went to a toy show. I ended up getting a few figs. I got my He-Man harness. I got some Marvel Legends. Let me get into this guy here. If you take a look at him, this is pretty much a retool of one of the Battle Masters that came out in the Siege line, which I forgot what it was. Now, I wanted to get this figure. I wanted to get him, but I didn't. I held off. And I gotta say, this is actually a cool one. Unfortunately, he's not like this guy. This guy just turns into a freaking, I don't know, barricade right now. Okay. Last Night Barricade. I don't know too much about the movie figures, so I'm really not familiar too much. I know like the first two movies. I think Barricade. Who's Barricade? Barricade's is Barricade the? Yeah, he's the police car. No. Give me a like if that's correct. He's a police car, right, from the movies. I think he is. Yeah, I think he's the police car in the first movie. Now, I only seen the first 2 or 3 Transformer movies because I wasn't a fan of them. I liked the first one a little bit. I saw when it first came out maybe 2 times in theaters, and that was it. But anyways, there's a look at the other Yo's. There's a look at that. And I think it looks pretty cool. You notice it there? He does have that translucent plastic head. It's like a pterodactyl and it transforms into an axe. So what we could do is just put that down and just put this like this and it turns into an axe. We could put that on Optimus Prime. Let's take a look at it. Boom. So if you want to have it like an Energon axe, there you have it. So it kind of looks silly, to be honest with you, but if you want to have that, there it is. I think it looks better as a bird. So we notice that we do have feet to fold out, which looks kind of cool. And we do have the wings right there. And the detail's really nice there too. Now I probably like this than the original version because I didn't like the original Battle Masters. Thought it looked whack. But anyways, yeah, okay, so I was correct. I also got, Jay, if you're missing, boom. I don't know if you collect Marvel Legends, but out where you at. And I also got this, this is my G2 Optimus Prime, if you guys haven't seen it, boom. Very happy, I ended up picking up this piece, which actually works. Stoked about that. So anyways, overview of what I got. So we got the G2 trailer part right there. That finally completes the look of my G2 Optimus Prime. So this is my original Generation 2 Optimus Prime. So now, you notice it there? It looks awesome and sexy now. Look at that. Bam. That nice Autobot logo. Glad I got that. And I also got the gun. I'll put that up here. And yeah, that's my unboxing of the Netflix version of Optimus Prime with his 2 little boot buttons right here. There's that. Really like it. I dig it. I'm probably going to be doing an unboxing. Well, not an unboxing, but a full review on this. This is just a quick test of the live, seeing how it goes. If it goes good, I'll do some more. If not, I won't. And there's my look. The look at the X-Men Love Triangle figures, which are really nice. I love it, man. If you weren't around in the 90s, you don't know how big the X-Men were and how awesome this animated series is. Now, I introduced my kids to this, and they love it. So once they figured out that I got this, they're rushing me to open this so I can actually play with them. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Next, what else? Let's see. I also got my Juggy. Like this Juggernaut. I picked this one up at the toy show. I love it so far. And just for size comparison, look how big he is. I love how he scales. Now, he's a part of the Build-A-Figures. If you guys haven't seen X-Men, the Marvel Legends, they actually come with Build-A-Figure. But you can just get this one all by himself. But his arms come apart. His head come apart. I think the waist comes apart. I don't know. So I really do like this figure. He's awesome. Got that. What else I got? That's that. I got my G1 reissue of Jazz. I got this for 12 bucks. But yeah, he's awesome. Jazz is my favorite Autobot. He always has been. Yeah, he was always the coolest one, and he did survive the 1986 movie. One of the only guys that did. So I'm glad I got this, but he's missing a few stickers. I don't see any stickers. He does come with the instructional pamphlet. And yeah, that's a really nice addition to my collection because I do have a G1 Jazz. But to have a G1 Jazz in this nice shape, definitely had to get it for 12 bucks. So I'm glad about that. I'll put that away. And yes, this is me. This is my unboxing. Glad you guys joined. Thank you, JJ, for participating. I appreciate it. And hopefully I'll be able to do more of these. If you guys like it, give it a thumbs up. Not give it a thumbs down. Who cares? JJ, I'll see you later. God bless. Peace, love, harmony. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.